The sprawling forest in Kalimantan is not only a haven for flora and fauna, but also home to a group of local people who have inhabited this land for hundreds of years. This Dayak Meratus tribe developed a cultural system which is adopted from the forest, the rivers, and other natural sites.
Meratus is actually widely known for its rows of hills, making it unique in terms of the ecosystem and also ecology. The mountains of Meratus spans 600 kilometers from southeast Kalimantan, at South Kalimantan province to be exact, and to the north all the way to the borders of Central and East Kalimantan. Behind the straw rows of mountains, there lives a group of tribesmen that can never be separated from Kalimantan's civilization. A group of local tribesmen that lives at the riverbanks that flows along the Meratus Mountains. They call themselves as Dayak Bukit or Dayak Meratus.
This is how the Dayak Meratus people spend their lives on a daily basis. They are engaged with nature. They also utilize the natural resources without harming the nature.
The Meratus Mountains is rich in natural reserves, both rich in biodiversity and also mineral resources. Because of this alone, the people of Dayak Meratus prefers to live and stay deep in the forest of Meratus Mountains. The Dayak Meratus is also divided into a number of sub-ethnic groups.
Karena waktu dulu para leluhur kita itu tinggal di pegunungan Meratus, itu sebelum kita ada punya agama. Jadi mereka, kehidupan mereka itu hanya bertani, menjaga kelestarian adat budaya. Nah, begitu sudah ada perubahan, sekarang masyarakat itu ingin ikut yang tempat ramai kan.
The lives of people of Dayak Meratus can never be separated from nature. They were born and raised by the forest and nature. They have this strong attachment to nature, as all of their daily needs are well provided by Mother Nature. What the people need are available at the forest, starting from food, clothes, and also a place they call home.
This is one of their daily activities here, peeling the nutmeg. This is how they do every single day. And they utilize these natural resources to be sold, and then they get some money from it.
The daily lives of the people of Dayak Meratus follows the norms and tradition set by their ancestors. All are done based on high respect and dependency towards nature and spirit of their ancestors, which they believe are protectors of the Meratus Mountains.
Tidak ada orang mau tinggal di bukit. Jadi sesungguhnya orang yang di bukit itu adalah orang penduduk asli di dataran rendah. Di Meratus itu orang Dayak mempercayai apapun yang ada itu hidup. Batu itu hidup, tanah itu hidup, harus dihormati. Sungai itu hidup, tidak bisa tidak dihormati.
To the people of Dayak Meratus, every element in life are controlled by spirit of the ancestors. Knowing how the ancestors still play a significant role in the lives of the tribe, each and every act that relates to the using of these life elements must first ask the approval of the spirits. Another form of respect to the ancestors' spirit is when the harvest time comes and when they ask for protection from possible disasters. These leaves are part of the materials needed for the Aruh Baharin ritual, a ritual as a form of gratitude of the Dayak Meratus tribesmen that lasts for 7 days straight. According to the tradition, each leaves are collected. Those living along the mountain area of Meratus could easily collect the leaves near Ume or nearby plantations. The collected leaves and flower buds are assembled to be used as part of the Aruh Baharin ritual. The process of assembling the leaves is called Itarawan and will be led by a Balian or a respected spiritual figure, followed by family members hosting the Aruh Baharin ritual and other Dayak Meratus tribesmen. The Aruh Baharin Kelong is the same as other Aruh Baharin ritual hosted by the Dayak Meratus tribe group. The word Kelong is attached to the name to show that the ritual is held by families of the Dayak sub-ethnic group called Umaya. But in performing the ritual, any family members of different sub-ethnic Dayak groups are welcome to take part in the Aruh Baharin ritual and should not only come from the Umaya group. All village residents are welcome to take part in the tradition. They would listen carefully to the mantras read by the Balian. Those attending the ritual would listen carefully to mantras being chanted by a Balian while the process of assembling leaves begins. Turning it into a beautiful row of flowers to be presented during the peak of the Aruh Baharin Kalong ritual. All offerings, or called rawan, would be prepared for the peak of Aruh Baharin Kalong ritual in one particular storage called ansak. The leaves are what the locals call as rawan, used for the Aruh Baharin Kalong ritual. Among others are from the bao, palm tree, and also bamboo leaves.
Itu entah dari pohon enau, entah dari pohon kelapa. Pucuknya. Apa itu pucuk? Ini kehidupan baru. Dan pohon enau dan pohon kelapa itu asalnya dari dunia atas yang diturunkan ke bawah. Karena itu dalam upacaranya semua harus dikembalikan. Inilah kami hanya memakainya. Tolong yang di atas turun. Nah, dan itulah balian, yaitu para ahli agama, ahli masyarakat yang menghubungkan hidup manusia dengan dunia atas, dengan dunia bawah.
Hari sida iri to sa neto nih.
One activity that should take place during the event is the cooking ritual. The cooking process will take place for 7 days straight until the entire ritual comes to an end. The women and girls of the tribe would wear tapi or batik to cover the lower part, and each must also wear a kakamban as a headscarf. The cooking ritual is not only for the women and also girls, but men should also take part in helping the women and girls of the tribe. As for the men, they should wear the mandau, or a Dayak machete attached to their waist. Foods are cooked in large portions and for it to be eaten together during the Aruh Baharin ritual. The cooking process is conducted outside the home using traditional furnace and firewood. Lamang is one of the primary food of the Dayak Meratus people and is only made during major events. Lamang is a traditional food made from glutinous rice, coconut milk, and salt.
In every traditional ceremony of Dayak Meratus, these people will make a special dishes that will be given to their relatives and also make offerings to their ancestors. One of the dishes called lamang. Lamang is made from sticky rice, coconut milk, and brown sugar, and it is cooked in a piece of bamboo.
Although the Aruh Baharin Kelong is a ritual where local tribesmen express their gratitude to the ancestral spirit for the abundant paddy harvest, but the lamang, which is made from white rice and glutinous rice, and other traditional dishes served during the event, would not be cooked using the rice that were harvested. But in fact, the lamang served for the ritual will be using rice from last year's harvest, which are stocked in purpose to be used for the following year's Aruh Baharin ritual. This is because rice newly harvested should not be used before the Aruh Baharin ritual takes place.
Berkat alam, hasil dunia, ta'am, hasil pendapat tambu usaha hari erang tahun, dan kebetulan doa sebagian naan mendapat jirih payah mau na pestakan kekabulan naan, sebagian naan tahagaikan boyok ihajat, lalu hajat nih kabul. Nah, hajat kabul, makanya laksanakan ngadakan kambing hajat kakan selamat, kakan kalian weh parei, kakan kalian duit, dan kakan ambau umur. Nah, setelah nakabulakan, maka adalah timbulnya baharin. Nah.
The main event of the Aruh Baharin is the sacrificing of animals, becoming one of the most important requirements for the tradition. The sacrificial animals as part of the offering can be cows, buffaloes, goats, chicken, or even pigs. The amount of animals for sacrificials depends on how many people would be attending the ritual, as the meat of the slaughtered animal would be cooked and served for the people to consume together. The use of animals for sacrifice follows the teachings of Prophet Abraham for patience and also surrendering to God's order when he had to sacrifice his own son, Ishmael.
This animal slaughter is a part of the Aruh Baharin Kelong's rituals. This is an expression of gratitude to the Almighty God and also a prayer to the ancestors.
After leading the sacrificing of the animals, the Balian, or the one leading the entire ritual, would prepare himself for a most sacred process in the ritual, which is the peak of Malam Mandru. The Balian would be wearing the traditional attire for the ritual. At the peak of Aruh Baharin Kelong ritual, the Balian would be acting as a middleman that bridges communication between human and the Holy Spirits. There will be a number of Balians attending the ritual as they represent the many sub-ethnic groups living at the Meratus Mountains. The most important part of the long Aruh Baharin ritual is Malam Mandru, when the Balians would dance as they chant mantras circling the ansak or offerings. The dance movement that these Balians make is filled with meaning. They use the dance as a way to call in the holy spirits of their ancestors and even Lake Dayak kings, as the spirits' presence are extremely important for the local tribesmen. The family hosting the ritual are also asked to take part in the dance, circling the ansak offerings together with the Balians. The darker it gets, the sound of stamping feet and musical instruments would turn louder, breaking the silence of the night. Literally, the Aruh Baharin is a ritual to end the planting season once harvest comes. It is a show of gratitude to the Almighty for the abundant harvest. Locals hope that in the upcoming planting season, they will also reap abundant harvest and protect it from any form of disasters. For the Dayak people, the forest and nature not only provide sufficient daily needs, but also it teaches people on the valuable lessons in life. The people of Dayak Meratus are not interested in worldly materials and never show a slight bit of competing against each other. Nature provides all of what they need daily, and the people of Dayak Meratus are far from greed. They would only benefit enough from nature and no more. They are well aware that the potentials and resources that Meratus Mountains have could even benefit the economy to a way much better condition.
Maintaining the balance of nature should be the responsibility of every human being. This has been shown by the Dayak Meratus community. They treat the nature very well and keep everything pure. One thing which is very unique about this tribe is they always pray in every activity when it comes to nature. This is the proof of the local wisdom that still applies in here in the sacred land of Meratus mountainous area. Gracia Tobing, TVRI World.